The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Joining Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And with us tonight, the always insightful Kenny, the Jet Smith. Kenny, it is so great seeing you.
Hey, Gregory Anthony. How are you today?
We're doing well, Kenneth.
We are. But it's good to have another guard on our row here, isn't it?
You know what? It just brings a whole new level of intellect to the broadcast.
Thank you so much.
Well, guards are the quarterbacks of basketball.
Well, if you want an intellect, I'm the guy to bring down from up there.
Yes.
Spell intellect for us real quick, just so we get a taste of your...
And now we're back off to the race. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're off. Let's go to the game.
And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Anthony Davis.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum's college days playing ball at mid-major Lehigh University. He said, we had solid players, but we also had guys who'd become doctors, lawyers, working on Wall Street. I liked it that way because I worked my way up. When you come from a small school, you appreciate it that much more. Kevin?
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks.
Over the last few years, Jet, the step-back three has become a staple for some guys. Who do you think is the most consistent with it?
Harden and Doncic, easily. You know who started the step back? A guy named, the first time I ever saw it was Kiki Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I never saw a step back until he
And
played.
it was quick.
Yeah, he used to do a quick step back. And I'd never seen the step back move ever in my life before. And I was like, what is that? Is that a walk? And he's like, no, it's a step back. And now we got the step to the step to the step to the step to the step back.
The side back.
And what's going to be the next development?
You're just going to be able to run and you don't have to dribble.
Yeah. We're seeing that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And now the Lakers starting group, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Drummond in at the 5. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. Now Caldwell-Pope after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Here's McCollum. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. Drains the three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And too long on the shot. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pass to Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Powell. Another shot. Nice move. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Not letting that one fly. Drummond using his height and wingspan to deny the shooter.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Well, you look at a player like Jusuf Nurkic. He's not one of the bigger names in the league, but he's young and he gives you solid minutes on the interior, Jet.
Yes, tough rebounder, and team looks better when he's on the floor. He just does so many different things.
And stolen by Drummond. Inside, here's Schroeder. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
So it's Portland now. It's a 5-point game. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Beyond the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Drawing so much attention offensively. McCollum uses that to his advantage as he creates for others.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Pass to Davis. And he banks in the layup.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
McCollum passes to Nurkic. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Lillard finds Hollis Jefferson. Misses the layup. Los Angeles leading by 4. On the wing, James. Guarded by Powell. Lillard against Schroeder. Passes to McCollum. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And you see the mindset. McCollum's learning from his time next to Lillard. There's no distance too great.
James looking it over. He kicks to Davis. Back to LeBron. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Hollis Jefferson. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Outside, Davis. And it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And it's been said we're witnessing the golden era for lead guards. Kenny, do you agree with that? And if so, is it the players or the style of play that's key?
I don't know if it's the golden era but it is a great era. But the NBA, that is the toughest position because you can have a bad team, but you're going to always see a great guard. And that's always been the case. Even in our era, if I was playing against the Dallas Mavericks, they were terrible at the time, and Hakeem would go, well, you got to play against Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
And so it's always the position in game. And so you got Westbrook, you got CP3, you got Trae Young now, you got the young, the old, you got it's always the tough position. Outstanding read by Lillard. Put the ball in his hands, and he'll typically make the right play.
Knocks it loose. Powell with the steal. Over to the wing. Hollis Jefferson with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Now James. The pass to Drummond. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Here's Davis. 14 points from him the last game against Utah. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Sometimes all you can do is wrap up Davis and hope he doesn't make the shot.
Lakers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And that one falls for Davis. You hear players talk about growing up the first time they ever dunked, a magical moment. And Kenny, I'm Sure, you can think about that moment. Well, but what stands out for you more? The first time you dunked in a game, or the first one overall when you were a kid growing up in New York?
I said there's 3 magical moments for me.
Besides this?
Yeah.
Besides sitting here courtside?
This is more than magical.
Make it 4.
This is more than magical. This is much
more than magical.
My first moment, first basketball game ever. I remember
How
that
old?
vividly.
How old were you?
I was in the 3rd grade, so I was 7 or 8 years old. First game ever. I remember putting on a uniform for the first time. Other than that, I never had a uniform, so I remember that. First college game, running out for North Carolina. And the last moment is, which no NBA team does, I cut the nets down when we won the championship.
Yeah.
So those are my 3 most memorable moments.
I do remember, and it's funny how much time I spent the first time I dunked.
You remember that? You're not a dunker.
Why? We were all pretty athletic back then. But like you, what I remember most about it though is, you know how many hours you would spend trying to get that first dunk, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you would be in the gym literally for
I don't remember my
hours.
first dunk.
And how old?
9th grade.
9th grade.
Heaven on earth.
That one misses.
Well, as good as AD already is, to think that there's still upside to his game, it's really remarkable. Athletic, talented, and continues to work hard to maximize his talent.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside, Davis. James outside. Launches it. That's in there. Davis with the assist. James has got 6.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Schroeder. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Here's McCollum. That one, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. You look at when you guys played, Kenny, a ton of incredible guards, certainly during your time. Which players gave you the biggest fits when you tried to guard them? Who were the most difficult guys?
Well, I didn't have to guard Jordan, but I know that a lot of people had Mike Mayers before they played him.
Mike Harris.
That's a good one. I like that. Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Like guys like Dana Barris and Mahmoud, they were tough to guard, because they were so small, they could get up under you, and you couldn't really pressure them at times.
It was always the guys that most people wouldn't think about.
Yeah.
Michael Adams.
Yep.
Muggsy Bogues. I hated to be guarded by him, too. And then, there were some guys that just had quirky games. Remember, was it Kevin Porter?
Oh, did you play against John Bagley?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Herky-jerky guy.
Jones checked in for Portland. The Lakers also making some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Now, here's Kuzma. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. And Drummond throws it down.
Just a dynamic big man with incredible physical tools. Drummond frequently makes plays above the rim.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard dishes to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Will it go? Count the basket. He's got 11.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Here's Kuzma. Following the score by Damian Lillard. Puts one up from 19. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They double-team McCollum. Deep 2 from Anthony. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Can't allow that much separation, even as the pass is coming his way. Try and crowd Carmelo as best you can.
Davis on the follow. And the Lakers lead by 6.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
The Trailblazers shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. A moment now to check out some numbers for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Giles checked in for Cantor. Zach Collins comes in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And so here's Portland. They trail by 6. Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Outside Collins. They swipe it. Now here's McLemore outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And you look at the game of C.J. McCollum. Kenny, he gives you so much at that off-guard position. A very well-rounded scorer.
Yes, he can hurt you in a lot of different ways. He's got the in-between games. But his game off the bounce, Kevin, like just isolation, dribble, penetration, and shot selection is probably top 5 in the NBA.
And he can put out that 30, 40-point game, too.
Without question, he's a versatile scorer.
He's got a big arsenal.
Yep.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at Portland, solid start to the season so far, sitting in 6th place. And, of course, Los Angeles, a game behind.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortune.
Little, he's checked in for Portland. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Simons. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Back to McCollum. Tries it from the top of the key. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
And this summer, Vince Carter retiring after his 22nd NBA season. That's a record for longevity in the game. Kenny, he's closer to our age than he is to some of his teammates.
Yeah, that's amazing. A guy could do it at this level so long and really help the team instead of just be on the team. He's an incredible athlete. That dedication and willingness is just rolled over into time.
Never had to be the main guy at this stage of his career, always wanting to supplement, help, tutor, mentor, and he stayed healthy.
Stayed healthy, that's the key.
Now, here's Collins. Here's Simons. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 from McCollum.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint. They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one at the line is good.
Man, they are just living at the line.
And McLemore drops them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
McCollum outside. Wide open look. And the jumper falls for him. McCollum's got 12 points in the game.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Caruso kicks it to Harrell. Pass to Caruso from the arc. Little with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Simon. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Out left to the wing. Harrell kicks to McLemore. 6 to shoot. With the putback, Harrell on the follow. And the Lakers lead by 5.
That's what Harrell does. He's in there mixing it up, and he goes right back up for his shot.
51 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Simons. He averages about 5 points a game. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Caruso, still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Lakers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And he knocks down the first one.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. We've got 33 seconds left in the first. He lobs it up.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Caruso kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Harrell. Out to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Morris outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Lakers lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard's range, wow. He discusses with us his deep, deep shot.
When I'm training in the summer, before practice, after practice, pregame, these are the shots that I'm taking. And I think when you spend so much time doing it, it becomes a quality shot for you when you put the time in. And if it wasn't a comfortable shot and a shot that I felt like I could knock down comfortably, I wouldn't take it.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Harrell is out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Ben McLemore. And it's Caruso in at the point. Stolen by McCollum. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star, Damian Lillard, said, once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true. Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. First one falls for him. Playing next to a superstar, Kenny, you've been there before. Talk about how LeBron helps all the guys that are around him succeed.
I tell you, playing with a guy like LeBron, you know, same as playing with Akeem when I did earlier in my career. I played at Sacramento. I averaged 17 points a game. It was the hardest 17 points in my life. I used to go home and pass out. Played with Akeem. I averaged 17 points. I used to want to go to the disco afterwards. Not even a club. It was a disco back then.
Knocked loose, out of bounds. The Lakers will take possession. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Well, you look at LeBron James. He's in the lead, sitting at #1 in the West.
Clearly a fan favorite, and they're giving him the highest praise possible on their ballots.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Portland trailing here. Now here's Powell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Little. From deep. Offensive rebound.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now the pass to Harrell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Harrell in there clashing with some aggressive defense, and he gets physical right back.
For Los Angeles, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. So he comes up empty, missing both.
There's no doubt that the way that Montrezl Harrell approaches the game, he is the heartbeat of a lot of the minutes that he's on the floor for any club.
Now here's Davis. He's got 11. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Got a piece of it. Pass to Little. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock at 6. Pass to Simons. Fires for 3. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Schroeder, right side. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Lakers lead by 1. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Pass to Nurkic. And he drops it in from the low post. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nurkic using his body that time, a polished move.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
That's good from Schroeder.
The potential Schroeder has is pretty exciting. Such a lightning quick point guard.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Anthony comes in for Little. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Schroeder hits them both. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And here is Powell. He had 13 points in the win against Sacramento. And the dunk by Powell. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Lakers. They trail by 1. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Ball's knocked loose. Over to the left wing. McLemore inside the line. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Andre Drummond's checked in for Harrell. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in for McLemore. That one goes in.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the Kings. Here's LeBron. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
So it's the Lakers now. Portland making their last shot. To the inside. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Nurkic.
Derek Jones, Jr.
And Portland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Now Schroeder, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Davis finds James, and the shot goes down. LeBron's got 8.
Oh, you know, Davis, and he knows, is going to draw the attention of multiple defenders, and that time connects with a teammate to get it done.
Now here's Powell. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. James, the pass to Davis. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And it's now only a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
I like it when AD starts to step on the gas pedal offensively. He starts to feel like nobody can stop him, and he very well might be right.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Drummond dishes to Schroeder, so they take the lead. Schroeder's got 6 here in this quarter.
And every time you think one team's got something going, the other seems to respond.
The Trailblazers have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Now, here's Cantor. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Portland again missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And it's Schroeder in the corner. 3-pointer. Drops in the tray. And now a 4-point Laker lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Trailblazers shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Powell, the pass to Lillard. To halt the run. The rebound by the Lakers.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Yeah, I'm not going to give LeBron any more space, but certainly like to see him dunk. How about that throwdown?
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard with it. Last game with 30 points.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's Lillard after the basket by Los Angeles. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
James dishes to Drummond. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Trailblazers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Lakers making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. And here are the Lakers. They've got a 13-2 run going. And they double up James. Davis kicks to LeBron. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Saturday, they'll host the New York Knicks.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
Caruso looking for an opening. And it's in there. And the Lakers lead by 8.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now Powell, 6 points for him. That's a 2 from Lillard, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got 13.
Well, 1 make in 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
James, the pass to Davis. To the left wing. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Poked away, taken away by Anthony. On the wing, Jones. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the basket by Lillard.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
James up top, defended by Jones. Here's Caldwell Pope. Good, and the assist goes to James. That's now 8 points for Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
I mean, it looks simple, but LeBron makes it look that way.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Powell finds Lillard. Puts up a 3, and another 3 for Portland.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Utah Jazz.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home.
A polished and versatile scorer. Lillard's shoot-first attitude on display tonight.
Timeout called the Lakers. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every 3-pointer he takes right now.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Enes Kanter. Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Norman Powell. Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. Second, Andre Drummond, and of course, Anthony Davis.
What a rebounding show these two have put on. That's exactly the kind of effort you like to see from your bigs.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. He makes one of two that time. Portland trailing here. Lillard outside. Giles kicks to Hollis Jefferson. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Lillard against Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope on the wing from downtown, connects from three-point range. Caldwell Pope's got 11 points.
First 3 of the quarter and third overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Now here's McCollum. 14 points for him. Here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, putting up about 22 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Collins.
Zach Collins is aggressive and confident and waiting for his opportunity to show just how consistently good he can be in the NBA.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 11. Outside for Caldwell Pope. The 3. And Kenny Great. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Now that's a little something extra from Montrez.
We've got 1:13 left here in the second. McCollum against Caldwell Pope. Back to McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
James. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, with a body like that, LeBron James can be as physical as he wants to be and just dare you into making contact.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. He misses the free throw.
We watch LeBron and we marvel at him, but how hard that LeBron James works at his craft and continues to push the bar for himself physically is one of the things that you have to appreciate the most.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Giles. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. James against Nurkic.
And LeBron enjoys fooling the D right there, tricked them, got them in the air, and then gets himself to the free throw line.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Free throw good, LeBron. No good on the second free throw.
And you have to like the way he's attacking the defense, drawing fouls and getting himself chances at the line this quarter.
McCollum outside. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Schroeder. Kicks it out to McCollum. Over Harrell. McCollum no good. The Lakers in the lead. The pass to Davis. And it's Schroeder in the corner. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So it'll be C.J. McCollum shooting. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. The Trailblazers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now.
Here's Schroeder. A big-time effort for Dennis Schroeder, providing a lot of energy for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. You know, keep competing, trust each other, make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And joining us once again after his valiant attempt at live action analysis, it's Kenny Smith.
Kenny. What are you laughing at?
How you think it went, Kenny?
Oh, it was fun, man. It went great, man. What do you guys think?
Good for you. I mean, if you're happy, we're happy for you, bud. It's good.
It was good, man. They
awesome.
loved me.
It really was. It was really awesome, wasn't it, Shaq?
Ernie, remember when he...
Oh, no, Kenny, you were great. Really, you were spectacular. But I never heard anything. I've never heard anything like it. Really, I mean that in a really nice way. It was awesome. That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Ande Hollis-Jefferson out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. A shot by LeBron, no good.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Portland with the ball. A 2-point game. And that one's good. Lillard. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
For the lead, it's good from long range. Lillard's got 26.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
James in the post. Powell's there. Back to LeBron. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Just again, LeBron James, his size, his speed, just impossible to stop. So hack away.
And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Schroeder against Lillard. Down low. Here's Nurkic. And it's sent back by Drummond. Caldwell-Pope passes to Davis. Unloads from 13. And it's Portland with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Hollis Jefferson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Davis.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Portland shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Lakers trail by 3. Here's Schroeder. It's deflected.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And it's Lillard missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and then knifing into the middle. Caldwell-Pope, not just a perimeter threat. Young fella can elevate.
Portland again missing. LA has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And the dunk by James. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. To the middle. Here's Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Portland grabs the miss. Hollis Jefferson's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Little's checked in, and the Lakers also making a switch. Caruso's checked in. Portland leading. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
Pass to Drummond. Teardrop shot. Now the feed to Davis. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Phenomenal strength there by AD to take the hit and finish that one.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things, never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
I mean, every year since his rookie campaign, Lillard gets the maximum attention from defenses. They're schemed to slow him down. That's what's so impressive about the numbers that he's put up throughout his career.
He hits both from the stripe.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Davis, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
The first one falls. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And Nasir Little, a player who fell on draft day, ended up with Portland. You know, he didn't do much as a rookie, but the potential is there.
For Nasir Little, it's going to come down to the defensive end of the floor. If he can get minutes out there and show that he's willing to get down in the stance, become a stopper, some of that offense is going to come along as a byproduct of playing with better offensive players.
And stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. The three from McCollum. He can't hit that time. And the Lakers going the other way now. Here's Caruso. Outside for Davis. Launches a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Davis has got 7 now in this quarter.
AD knew this was coming. He would have to work on becoming a decent three-point shooter. More than that on that possession.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
Same time I'ma move up to Atlanta. I was in Miami trying to dodge the camera.
Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The Lakers #1.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Back to Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Davis finds Kuzma. A three-pointer off the mark. Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to McCollum. Now here's Cantor. Back to McCollum. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Shot clock at 6. C.J. McCollum, and that's good. McCollum's got 22.
You would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Count that one.
Even though Davis gets bodied just a little bit, he still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
Here's McCollum. He's got 22. Passes it to Cantor. Here's Lillard. Fires it up. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Lillard's got 33.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
Los Angeles calls timeout. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. Lakers trail by 6. Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Sinks the triple.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
To the paint, here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Here's Caruso. Outside Matthews. Inside. Harrell trying to free himself up. Caruso, no good. Trailblazers leading by 5. Anthony in the corner. Now here's McCollum. Down low. Here's Giles. Guarded by Kuzma. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Let's take a look at numbers for Damian Lillard. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's right around 29 points a night, 8 assists and 4 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders when he is in the game. A great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Kuzma, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Plays with such a fearlessness. Kuzma is terrific at staying engaged and forcing the issue.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. He's off on the second.
And the edge Kuzma plays with is terrific. A tough, versatile player who plays with a real hunger to keep getting better. And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Caruso kicks to McLemore. Dishes to Matthews. Let's go. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And it's Simon's missing.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Kuzma can't get it to go. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Powell, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Lakers trail by 7. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, GA. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. It is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing.
Morris is checked in for Matthews. And so Collins nails both of them. Here's Caruso. The pass to Harrell. On the wing, Morris. Kuzma against Jones. And Jones sends it back. They recover it. Powell with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Jones is running. Lakers trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The Blazers on offense. They're on a 16-6 run. Wants to get it to Collins and does. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Collins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
McCollum's checked in for Anthony Simon. And the Lakers also making a switch. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Alex Caruso. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers leading by 11. McCollum outside. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Jones finds McCollum. His three-pointer's off the mark. Lakers trail by 11. Here's Schroeder. Lays it up and banks it in. Schroeder's got 16 points.
Whenever Schroeder sees a hole in the defense, he is ferocious in how he exploits it.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Feeds it to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
you have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Pass to Kuzma to the middle. Here's McLemore. Out to Kuzma. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And this happens when Kuzma is aggressive. When he's looking to score, he makes the D react.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
He's off on the first. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Giles. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Derek Jones. No luck that time either.
Well, he's just really struggling right now. And with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
That's his first personal foul.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
2 shots.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Lakers trail by 13. And here's Schroeder. 16 points for him. Great D that time from Nurkic.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
McLemore with the ball. It'll count. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, good job defensively. Good job on dropping on the rolls. Keep rebounding. Don't lose men in transition.
Well, Terry praising his guys, GA, bringing it on the defensive end.
And they've done just that so far. They just have to be able to continue with that mindset.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Morris. Then it's McLemore. And it's Horton Tucker in at the small forward position.
You give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Morris outside. Here's Horton Tucker. Pass to McLemore. 4 on the shot clock. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Schroeder. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
With nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area, that's a miss he's going to be disappointed with. The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, just hard to keep up with Montrezl Harrell and that impressive energy he brings.
That free throw, no good. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up to the Portland Trailblazers. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Schroeder against Lillard. Back to LeBron. Trying to get open is Davis. James, no good. Trailblazers leading by 16. McCollum outside. Three-pointer, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 6 assists here tonight.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Timeout called the Lakers. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA, in basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. And here's James outside.
And they should probably start looking to get the ball inside more. The three-pointer hasn't been there for them like it was in that first half.
Right on the bucket.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's James, and the layup's good off the glass. James has got 19 points.
Well, defensively, that's what you're trying to prevent, and LeBron James is too good.
Now Lillard. It's McCollum on the wing. No good with the triple.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
Here's Drummond. LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. Nurkic against LeBron. 6 to shoot. And James throws it down.
Well, it looks like he's got just one of those good feels tonight. That means trouble for the opponent.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. McCollum against Caldwell Pope. And the basket by McCollum.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Lillard against Schroeder. LeBron James on the wing. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
One shot.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And James, no good on that one. And stolen by James. Davis dishes to Drummond. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Back to Drummond. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum. Right, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills. Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. And Lillard gets it to go.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Lakers trail by 21. James in the post, covered by Anthony. Back to Schroeder. He kicks to Davis. Back to Schroeder. Clock at 4. Floats it up for Davis. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
Outstanding job by AD to get close to the basket, get the ball in great position, and force the defense to resort to fouling him.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. Lakers trail by 20. Caruso, the pass to James. And they double up James. Drummond. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Aggressive defense. The battle with Drummond inside is a collision waiting to happen.
Passes it to Lillard. McCollum against Caldwell Pope. McCollum kicks to Cantor. Pulls it from the elbow. And that one goes long. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And finished off by LeBron.
Once James takes off towards the basket, the defense really has no chance to react and or stop him. What determination from the King there.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. McCollum's got 8 here in the quarter.
Just always appreciate the way that C.J. McCollum is such a natural scorer.
And the pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Outside for Caldwell Pope. He's looking for James and finds him. Pass to Drummond. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Sinks the three-pointer.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Knocked away. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. LeBron left side. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's Drummond with the rebound. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caruso, the pass to LeBron.
Just shake your head at the size of LeBron James, and once he gets into the paint and gets pinballed around, gets that contact and finds free throws.
And that one misses.
And the number of fouls he's drawn has resulted in a bunch of trips to the line. So even if he doesn't make them all, it still had a positive effect.
Giles checked in for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. And he can't hit the second.
And this has not been a very good performance at the line for him. And in fact, it's been downright ugly.
And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team.
On defense, the Lakers, trailing by 13. Lillard against Schroeder. Shot from 16. And it's Lillard missing. The Lakers have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And he can't get the first one.
And he looks totally out of sorts here at the stripe. Those defenders aren't afraid at all to body him up and force him to earn his points at the line.
Trailblazers leading by 13. Powell kicks to Giles. That's tipped. Pass to Canner. Powell with it from past the arc. Hits it from three-point range.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. James against Powell. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. So it's the Lakers now. It's a 16-point game. James against Powell. Kicks it out to James. Jacks up a 3. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got 6 assists in the game.
And trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Schroeder against Lillard. It's tipped. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder. Here's Giles, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Free throw good, Giles. So he gets them both. Lakers trail by 15. Passes to Caldwell-Pope. Poke loose. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot up three-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce.
For 3, Caldwell-Pope. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds in the game. McCollum against Schroeder. McCollum dishes to Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. And Portland again with the bucket. LA has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Schroeder kicks to James. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
McCollum right side. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Timeout called the Lakers.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
I promise to pray for a positive fate. Had the word on your palms, but share the team.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And now we can see that when he's at his best, they are a very dangerous team, going up against the defending champs and getting the job done. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That'll be his second foul of the game. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Lillard, guarded closely. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Well, Lillard operating with smoothness there makes the defender overcommit, and when you're out of position, you end up fouling.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team, the exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for C.J. McCollum.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Stolen by McCollum. Lillard attacking Cantor. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Caruso, no good. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 17-5 run. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's McCollum on the wing. Gets an open look and hits. McCollum's got 41.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And stolen by Lillard. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.